Solo Leveling, The Beginning After the End, Tower of God are all manhwa that have been adapted into anime, with varying degrees of success. And as manhwa gets more and more popular, I think we are going to see many more turn into anime. But let's go back to one of the first to get adapted, when we were shocked at the thought of a webtoon being made into an anime. Let's go back to the God of Highschool. The God of Highschool is a tournament seeking the strongest fighter amongst all Korean high school students. They can use any fighting style and any weapon they want, even a fucking metal bat. The student who wins gets any wish they want granted by the mysterious organization running the tournament. We follow Jin Mori, a taekwondo expert with a pretty generic motivation, as he wants to fight the strongest opponents to get stronger. Joining him in this tournament is Han Daiwi, who is the fucking GOAT. He is a karate guy that is working his ass off at part-time jobs to help someone important to him. And then there's Yumira, and she is just annoying for no reason. She uses a sword and wants to revive her sword style, which is cool, but not cool enough to forgive how annoying and bitchy she is. The God of Highschool is a pretty simple concept that just paves the way for a whole bunch of non-stop fights, and they do a hell of a good job of it. The fights feel somewhat grounded in reality, as there is this real feeling of weight and motion with each punch, kick, and swing. The choreography looks like something I could actually see in real life, with how each movement flows into the next, and the moves in martial arts are recognizable, even Tai Chi, which I'm not too familiar with. They also managed to make all of it cool, no matter how goofy it may seem. And when a fight starts, it truly feels like two people are actually beating each other up. It takes time for their moves to wind up, and for them to recover. This anime blends grounded martial arts with enough anime logic to create some of the most hard-hitting and fun fight scenes. However, this anime isn't just grounded taijutsu fights. There are also powers and magical abilities, which I usually don't like as much. But in this, it was still fun to watch their abilities go at it. When God of Highschool is focusing on these phenomenal fight scenes, it is absolute peak, but when it's not doing that and tries to bring in some wild concepts like characters or story, then you may as well put it on 2x speed because it's just awful. This anime hypes itself up to be one big tournament arc, with fight after fight, but fills in gaps with character backstories that it hasn't built up for you to care about in the slightest, so it just feels so disjointed from the reason you're watching it. And I think the worst of this is either during a fight or the entirety of episode 4, because this whole episode is about Mira getting married and her internal struggles with it. Some parts of this may have been interesting if it was, say, the 10th episode, and if this side character was built up to interest me, but at episode 4, I do not care enough to warrant half an episode being about this side character, let alone an entire episode. This also isn't the only time they do this. We constantly see backstory and motivations for supporting or side characters that feel like they aren't important enough to have their own backstory. We should be seeing Jin Mori's backstory or something about him, because he is the main character, so he should be the point of focus. Also, just another little side note, the main big bad is a cult, which isn't a deal breaker, but I'm sure we've all seen cults being the mysterious bad guys far too many times, so it just feels plain lazy. God of Highschool's opening is so fucking hype. It gets you ready to see some dudes throwing hands, and it really fits the overall style. But in a very strange contrast, the ending is really relaxed and calm, and sounds like the ending of a slice of life anime, and it really takes you out of the whole vibe. However, despite all of its flaws, it doesn't kill this anime. I still really enjoyed it. The character design is fun and helps bring this world to life with some unique characters and clothing. The animation is smooth and motion capture was used for some of the fight choreography, which definitely makes it feel more grounded. Overall, this was a somewhat messy start for Manhwa Adaptations, but it showed us that it was possible, and gave rise to expectations for what was to come next. So if you're looking for a well-rounded anime that has a great story and characters, then this, unfortunately, isn't for you. But if you want to turn your brain off and watch an anime that doesn't take itself too seriously, where some cool, strange or wild characters beat the piss out of each other in some awesome fucking fight scenes, then you found something new to put on your list, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I make these sort of videos when I've got the time, so if you enjoyed and want to see more, subscribe and I'll see you next time.